Folks, in my 20 years in the league, I've never seen anything like this. What's unfolding right now inside the NFL's chessboard is beyond wild. Something so seismic, so game-changing, that it could reshape the future of one of the league's most storied franchises. I'm talking about a rumor that's been swirling behind the scenes for weeks, and now it's gone from whispers to near certainty. What I'm about to reveal isn't just a simple trade rumor. It's a clandestine move that could send shockwaves through the entire NFL landscape. And if it materializes, it'll be remembered as one of the most audacious, calculated gambits in recent league history. I've been around the block, scouted players, analyzed game tape, and negotiated deals, but what's happening here? It's almost surreal. You think you've seen everything, think again. As someone with insider contacts, I can tell you that the pieces are falling perfectly into place for a blockbuster move that no one saw coming. A move that could propel the New York Giants from one of the league's perennial underdogs to a definitive contender with a roster that's been crying out for a game changer. And right now, the key figure in this story is none other than Amani Hooker, the Titan safety from the Tennessee Titans, a player whose name is suddenly circulating in the inner circles of the NFL's upper echelons like wildfire. But hold tight, because this isn't just a simple swap of jerseys or positional upgrades. No, this is about control, vision, and an unyielding desire to dominate the future. So I urge you, if you're serious about understanding what's really happening right now, don't just sit back and watch. Hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and activate the bell. Because what I'm about to drop in the next few moments, it's only for the true believers, those who want to see behind the curtains, who crave the inside scoop on what could be one of the most game-changing trades in NFL history. Now, let's peel back the curtain and get into the deep game. Inside the Giants organization, yes, as in the front office, coaching staff, and the decision-makers, they're not just looking for a safety. They're hunting for a champion. They want someone who can transform the entire back end, someone with the raw talent, technical mastery, and leadership ability to change everything. That's where Amani Hooker enters the picture, a player whose name has quietly become a hot topic, but his impact could be astronomical if he makes it to MetLife Stadium. But why would they go all in? That's the million-dollar question. Let's start dissecting the Giants' current state of affairs. After a turbulent 2025, finishing with a bleak 4-13 record, it's clear that Daniel Jones, their supposed franchise quarterback, still hasn't fully realized his potential. The offensive line remains a concern, with inconsistent protection and a lack of explosive playmakers on the outside. The offensive scheme, while innovative at times, lacks the consistency and explosive power needed to push the team into playoff contention. Their defense, despite flashes of promise from stars like Dexter Lawrence and Brian Burns, remains a work in progress, especially in the secondary where coverage breakdowns have haunted them all season. Watching film on the Giants, defensive struggles reveals a recurring theme, a secondary that's often out of position, slow to diagnose plays, and lacking a true ball hawk in the back end. Opposing quarterbacks feast on their coverage. Big plays, missed assignments, and miscommunications are the norm rather than the exception. The analytics back this up. The Giants rank bottom 5 in passing yards allowed per game, and their interception totals are embarrassingly low given their talent pool. Their safeties, despite some promising individual flashes, don't have the game-changing ability to lock down top-tier WRs or shut down dual-threat quarterbacks. The glaring need is clear: an elite safety who can control the deep middle, provide leadership, and change the entire complexion of their secondary. Enter Amani Hooker. This guy, he's everything the Giants crave and more. Now here's where the deep analysis kicks in. Amani Hooker isn't just a good player, he's a special player, a true playmaker who elevates his entire unit. His film tells a compelling story. The first thing you notice is his exceptional speed, an 88 rating in acceleration and 90 in stamina, making him a nightmare for slot receivers and tight ends working over the middle. His agility and ability to change direction on a dime allow him to stay glued to routes, close in on ball carriers, and make game-altering plays. When you pop on the film, you see a guy who's always in position, reading quarterback eyes and making decisive plays. His coverage skills, they're quietly elite. I've studied his zone drops, his man coverage against slot receivers, and his ability to recognize plays before they develop. His zone coverage rating of 77. Underneath the surface, that's a player with high football IQ who anticipates routes, disguises his intentions, and exploits weaknesses in the offensive scheme. And his man-to-man ability, rated at 71, is underrated. He's strong at tracking speed, closing gaps, and disrupting routes at the line. But what sets Hooker apart? It's his play recognition, an 82 rating that translates on the field into instant diagnoses of plays, whether it's a screen, a deep ball, or a sneaky run. His hit power, an 80 rating, is evident in the way he finishes plays, delivering punishing hits when he's in the right position. And his pursuit angle? As a former scout, I can tell you that's a key trait. His pursuit rate of 70 suggests a player relentless in chasing down ball carriers and making sure no play gets away. Statistics, they don't lie. Over the past 2 seasons, Hooker has amassed 12 interceptions, ability to make the game-changing play, and 31 pass breakups. His 2024 season, when he played 96.2% of the defensive snaps, is a testament to his durability, consistency, and importance to the Titans. His 71 tackles show he's active against both the run and pass, but it's his interceptions and big plays that really catch the eye. His ball-hawking ability, top tier. Imagine what he could do with a scheme designed to maximize his talents. Suddenly, turnovers become an absolute staple. But why would the Titans consider trading him now? That's complicated. They recently extended him on a 3-year, $48.6 million deal, guaranteed $29 million, so it's not a matter of contractual issues. No, this is about strategic repositioning, and rumors suggest they're eyeing a full rebuild or a significant roster shakeup, especially in the secondary. Word is that the Titans are listening to offers because they view their window as closing, and they're prioritizing draft assets and cap flexibility over staying loyal to veteran core pieces. Plus, with Hooker's age, 27 years old, he's in the prime of his career, and a trade now could net them multiple high picks or a star-level player to accelerate their rebuild. And that's where the mystery deepens. The Giants are the perfect fit. You see, New York is desperate for a game-changer on defense, someone who can instantly elevate their secondary from a liability to a strength. They just hired John Harbaugh, a coach known for his aggressive, high IQ defensive schemes. Could he see Hooker as the piece that transforms their back end? Absolutely. The fit is undeniable. A player like Hooker, with his ball skills, leadership, and ability to anchor a secondary, aligns perfectly with Harbaugh's vision of a disruptive, turnover-generating defense. Now, how could this trade work? This is where it gets fascinating. The Titans, holding a player of Hooker's caliber, will demand significant compensation, probably a combination of high draft picks, a young promising player, and a conditional pick upgrade. Maybe a 2026 first-round pick along with a mid-to-late round pick, and perhaps a young player with upside. Say, a developing linebacker or a talented safety from their roster. The Giants, heavy on cap space and with plenty of draft assets, could swing this deal if the Titans are genuinely serious about rebuilding. Cap gymnastics. Yes, they'd have to maneuver around some salary cap constraints. Hooker's deal is sizable but manageable, especially with the Giants' cap space, one of the league's best. The real question, would the Giants be willing to part with valuable assets to secure this upgrade? Given their recent struggles, the answer seems to be a definitive yes. They see Hooker not just as a safety, but as a cornerstone, someone who can turn their defense from meh to dominant in a heartbeat. And if this trade happens, the ripple effects will be felt across the league. Other teams will be watching the Giants' aggressive play, realizing that they're serious about retooling fast. The Titans, they open the door for their next chapter, one that could be bold and explosive. But for now, the betting odds and insider whispers point toward a deal so carefully crafted, so perfectly timed, that it might just be announced in the coming days. Now, let's talk fit, because this isn't just about a trade for the sake of it. It's about scheme, impact, and future dominance. Hooker's skill set, it's tailor-made for Harbaugh's aggressive, versatile defense. Imagine him blending seamlessly into a scheme that prioritizes pressure, disguise, and turnovers. His ability to cover ground and read plays at lightning speed would make him the quarterback of that defense, directing traffic, shutting down the deep routes and making game-changing plays. Comparison. Think of Troy Polamalu or Earl Thomas, players who could read the game, make plays on the ball, and change the momentum instantly. That's the caliber of player we're talking about. His projected impact on the Giants' defense, immediate. Opposing quarterbacks would begin to think twice before attacking that secondary, knowing Hooker's lurking in the deep middle, waiting for his moment to pounce. Worst-case scenario, the trade doesn't happen or Hooker struggles to adapt to the Giants' scheme. But even then, his talent and proven production tell a different story. Best case, he becomes the missing piece that elevates the Giants into playoff contention, turning the franchise's narrative from disappointing rebuild to powerhouse in the NFC. The fan base. They'll go wild, digital billboards, social media, and local chants all celebrating a future that's suddenly, undeniably brighter. And what's next? The NFL rumor mill is buzzing, and smart money says this isn't just talk. It's a carefully orchestrated move set in motion by strategic minds that see the big picture. The clock's ticking, and the stage is set for a trade that could define this offseason. Keep your eyes open, because when the official announcement drops, it will send shockwaves through the league, confirming that the Giants are not just rebuilding, they're reloading for a war they plan to win. This isn't speculation anymore, it's a revolution in the making. And trust me, when it happens, it will be remembered as one of the boldest, brightest moves in NFL history. The question is, are you ready to witness history? Because right now, the future of the Giants, and perhaps the entire NFC, is about to be rewritten by a name you're going to hear over and over, Amani Hooker.